Alright guys, it's finally time for the 1994 STSR BTCC season. We are starting Thruxton and I'm so excited to do the commentary once again. And I hope you like the new intro by Michael Sneef. So if you want to do, please leave a subscription to his channel. He's also doing some highlights for his point of view. And he's also responsible for the starting grid graphics. So huge thanks to him, and I hope you'll also enjoy the graphics from him. But before we start with the presentation of the teams, we are starting with the rule changes. We have two new rules. We have a VSC, which occurs when two or more cars have a huge crash in the back, and the 3-car teams from last year are banned from 1994 onwards. So now it should be a fair competition for the Manufacturers' Championship. Here's the point system. It's pretty easy. The first place driver gets 18 points, then second one 16, third 14, and from 4th place onwards we are counting down to 15th, and the 4th place driver gets 12 points, 5th place 11th, blah blah blah. Same goes for the independent class, and the man on the pole position gets 1 extra point. Now it's also time to present the teams. And we start with Alfa Romeo, who are finally making their debut in this series, with the current champion Lorenzo Turri, who is coming from Ford after a fantastic campaign last year, alongside Chris Simpson, who was very disappointed with the quality of his Toyota Carina. That's why he's changed the teams again and moved to Alfa Corse, alongside his former teammate from 1992. Back then, it was Lorenzo who was the top driver. It will change, we shall see. But it looks like Chris is in a better form than last year, which is a good thing for him. Next, we look at the Renault squad. And as you can see, they've kept the same driver lineup from last year, with Johannes Minas from Germany and Michael Sneef from Great Britain, both driving for the French squad for another year. But as you can see, they've brought a new challenger to the BTCC, the brand new Renault Laguna, replacing the odd Renault 19, and yeah. As you've seen last year, the Renault 19 was competitive. Will the Renault Laguna follow the footsteps and will maybe be a bit more competitive? We shall find out, but it doesn't look too bad at all for the new car. Another new car and a new team to the series is Volvo. TVR has decided to enter the series now with the Volvo 850 Estate after securing the manufacturer support from Volvo, and they've also got the services from Mike Bell in their out-looking car coming from Nissan. And Mike Bell, the 2 times independent champion and vice champion of last year, is very eager to take the crown this year, after losing out to Lorenzo Turri last year due to, let's say, a poor show in the last races due to disconnects, not showing up, and so on and so on. So Mike Bell looks very eager to take the title. Next, we have the Vauxhall team. After a disappointing season of 1993, they've got the services of Jazz Everett for their number 1 car, and Matt Hall, the team leader from last year, will be retained for another year. But if Matt really outperforms Jazz, there will be maybe some changes in the Vauxhall squad as well for number 1 status. And this will be very interesting to see how these two will perform during this season. We know both are actually solid midfield contenders, and with a field as big as it is, you need to have a lot of consistency for the championship. So will be interesting to see if these guys have the consistency to survive. The next team we are looking at is Toyota, with a brand new livery and a brand new driver, with David Osborne coming from Nissan, and the Castrol livery, which is very famous on the Toyota Supra in the Gran Turismo games, of course. Will there be some success? Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, the Toyota is a struggling car, we all know that from last year. Will this negative trend go on, and maybe we'll see some more struggles for the British driver? But, I mean, he's a very good driver. He's proven in the last part of the last season that he can be a good driver. So, it depends on the car. Now it's time for the Nissan team. We have a new driver lineup, a complete new driver lineup to be fair, with 2 rookies to the series. We've got Josh Popplewell and Daniel Koch driving the 2 Nissans, and it will be very interesting to see how these 2 will find their feet in the SDSR. I mean, the Nissan has a lot of potential, we all know that. It isn't a bad car, it is a very decent car in fact. I mean, Mike Bell finished second in the championship, so he's extracted the most of the car, and it will be very interesting to see how these 2 rookies will fare in their debut seasons. And finally returning to the series is BMW. So now we've got the rear-wheel drive configuration back, with Kyle Benton driving the sole BMW for now as a works entry. For the Schnitzer team, of course. Little pun for myself. I mean, I'm German and Schnitzer is also a German team, so you understand that? Yeah, but how would they fare? It's pretty difficult to say. I mean, Tom Kinchy drove a fantastic World Cup event with the BMW, so in theory, this car isn't really bad at all. So, really depends on Kyle Benton if he can get the most out of it. But of course, this car is pretty difficult. The next team is Team Mondeo. No, we are not done yet. We have still some cars left. And we've got 2 new drivers in the series now. Chris English and Nathan Hammond. Sorry for that. They're both joining after their successful World Cup. And they've also driven for the 4 team again. So, yeah, we can all say that the 4 team isn't really bad. I mean, they had a good showing in the World Cup. So, it will be a good question if they can keep the same form. And I think we will surely find out in some minutes when the race finally gets underway. But we still have some drivers and teams left. And there's a new team here, or let's say not new team, let's say a returning team from after their part-time appearance in 1992. Mazda is back, with Daniel Hurlock and Emil Taylor driving the 2 Mazda Z6, and they've spent a lot of time developing it. I mean, they've searched for a driver in 1993, but they had none who was willing to drive the car, so they've worked on the car a lot more, and maybe we will see some positives out of this. So maybe Daniel Hurlock or Emil Taylor are able to deliver some stunning performances in that car, which looks pretty funny to be fair. I mean, so little, it's so compact. I mean, you cannot be that angry about it. The only thing the competitors are too worried is the sound. I mean, it's pretty loud to be fair. You hear it a lot on the outside, or in even the cockpit. So yeah, it will be a very interesting campaign for the team. But now, just a quick look to the independents. With 3 independent cars here for this season. At first, we've got returning David Todaro, driving the Woodkirk Peugeot, originally driven by James Thompson. Then we've got Hamish Irvine racing with Marie Muller driving the sole BMW 318 IS, without the spoiler of course. And Harlow Motorsport entering the Renault 19 from last year, with Jameson Evans driving the sole Renault 19 in the field. So those are all the teams and drivers, so now it's time to finally get the race weekend underway. And the season starts in Thruxton, a very fast circuit here for the drivers, and it might suit the cars who have a lot of top speed on the circuit especially. So here you see a track map. We've only got some tight parts. The tightest part is of course the chicane in the end. You are seeing this. It's very, very tight, and you can make a very easy mistake here because of curbs. Yeah, this is a major issue in the circuit, which isn't easily fixed, so you have to keep with that mistake then. 3.79 kilometers long, and it has 11 corners, and the record the fastest lap was driven by Mike Bell with a 1:15.067. And here we have the previous race winners: Mike Bell, Vic Boone, Roy Cobb, and Lorenzo Turri, and of course Johannes Melis. Well, Roy Cobb and Lorenzo Turri were the only ones who have won the race 3 times. So, now we've got this underway, it's time to look at the starting grid for the first race on this weekend, of course. It was a very interesting qualifying session, and Lorenzo Turri takes the pole position again, ahead of Mike Bell, so very familiar with one. Ahead of Carl Benton, the BMW, very good qualifying from him. Ahead of Nathan Hammond in the best Mondeo. Then we look even further in row 3, we have Johannes Melis alongside Chris English in the second Mondeo. David Osborne qualifies in P7 ahead of Michael Sneeve. So it was a decent qualifying for the Renault Lagunas, and of course David Osborne as well. Then in row 5 we have Daniel Hurlock in the best Master Zidos ahead of Jazz Everett. Josh Popperwell qualifies ahead of his teammate in row 6 ahead of Matt Hall in the second Vauxhall. And then followed by the best independent entry, Jameson Evans in row 7 ahead of Emil Taylor in the second Master Zidos. Ahead of Mary Muller in the second best independent entry, ahead of Chris Simpson at a shocking qualifying session. Ahead of Daniel Koch in row 9, ahead of David Todaro, the slowest independent, and a guest entry for this weekend, Amir Hamoud in row 10 completes the grid. And with that underway, let's go to the race. The wait is over, it's go time for the SCSR field here in 1994. And Lorenzo Turri has a fantastic getaway. Benton has a good start as well. Johannes has also a good start, I think he's alongside Mike Bell right now. He's even ahead. I'm not sure. But we go into the first corner. Everything looks clean so far. Carl Benton, fantastic start for the BMW then. Oh, there's a spin. There's a spinning Renault. That's Johannes Melis. That's unbelievable. A spinning Renault. And it fits so well. German spinning. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh dear, now it hurts even more. But look into the replay now, and you can see how this all fared. Yeah, that's a good getaway there. Mike Bell, as always, a bit slow off the line, but that's his only weakness so far. Going to the first corner, first braking corner, I should say. Nothing bad happens so far. Ooh, he outbrakes himself there quite badly. Yeah, he loses the position to Mark. There is Matt Nathan. I mean, yeah, I would say it's a race incident. I mean, I think that's typical lap 1 luck. So, yeah, that it does happen. There's the Amir Hamoud at the back, the Peugeot driver. In the guest appearance, I mean, yeah, he just asked quite late if he could start, but I mean, we are not that that's harsh, so he was allowed to start. There is still a spinning Nissan. I think this is Josh oh, there's a Simpson. Simpson is also spun. So nothing about clean here. This is a bit wonky there. There you see it. There's the first Nissan, there's the Alpha. So there is something about this curb. So now we look into the real life picture then again, and we see Mark Bell attacking the BMW with Carl Benton. No, there was no space. This wasn't a good thing from Mike there. I mean, he can't attack there in the outside line. I mean, there's no way possible you can do this, but here we see a Ford passing the Master, and I think this was English passing Hurlock, and yeah, he moves up a place. You see some sliding here. This is a pretty difficult section for the cars. Then we see the Master coming back. That's Hurlock. Oh, it goes side by side into church. Or not. Now Hurlock is up a place. And yeah, he has defended position in the aftermath. There's see Evans. Oh, he outbrakes himself there quite badly. Oh, that's not something the other drivers wanted. There's see, I think this was Koch going by. Todaro, Melis. So, yeah, he's lost a position in the Independence Trophy. There's what, no, now Todaro went off. He spins around. Oh, now he himself does spinal. So, if there's a meep contest in the future, there will be some spinalas, I'm fairly sure. And here we see Hamoud attacking Taylor. Oh, side by side they go into the final section. Pretty tight there. Taylor hangs around, but there's no space there, of course. And Hamoud moves up a place. And, yeah, good move then, I think. And here we see a fight going, I think, for a second. Mike Bell goes for it. Oh, some bumping there. This is something we want to see. And Hammond has the chance to maybe go by Benton. Side by side they go, and Hammond is by. Benton had no chance at a comeback. And, yeah, that definitely moves him up a place. For sure. And here we see, oh, there's a BMW going off. This is, I think, the independent driver. This is Marie Müller. Oh, some struggling there. It's a very, very twitchy car, of course, so it's expected. But I think it needs a spoil. Oh, there's the Taylor going off quite badly there. This is, yeah, that's an interesting line. And Simpson now is by. So, Simpson on a charge. And he definitely needs it. There's a BMW going off. That's once again Müller. I think here it's clear what happened. I think she tapped the grass there. Ah, that's poor. I mean, yeah, I lost words for it. It can happen. This corner is pretty, let's say, difficult at some point. There we see Hole attacking Sneeve. Matt, so far good performance from the Vauxhall. And really shows that Vauxhall is putting a lot of faith in Matt. So maybe it will be worth it. And here we see the Renault Lagoon of Johannes Mendes there. There's in his hand, struggling. That's Koch, I think. And now this is the chance of Johannes to go by. And he's upper place again. Johannes upper place again. So Mendes on the charge as well. Same goes to Simpson, of course. But there we see another fight going on between English and Herlock. English outbreaks himself there. This is the chance to Herlock. Or not. Or not. He has to stick, at least for now, behind English. But this looks pretty interesting there. You see Osborne now chasing the second Vauxhall of Jazz Everett. The former teammates. And here we see Osborne going by. Maybe. I think now he lost it there. He hadn't got the car under control, so yeah, now Jazz is keeping his spot. And here we see Herlock again attacking English. Maybe now here. This is a good. This was really good there. So good move there. But dang it, there's a spinning Vauxhall. I think this was Matt Hole. There was a lot of smoke there, so a bit difficult to see what else has happened there. We see Matt. Oh, he touched the curb, and yeah, pretty unfortunate there. He drops behind his teammate. So his good performance is vanished, at least for now. And he's even dropped behind the charging run of Johannes Melis. There we see Simpson again. He's passing Hamoud. So the battle between the works cars goes to Simpson again in the Alfa Romeo. And I think he needs to push. Of course, he wants a good start of the season. And so far, he has a race won to forget. And here we see Melis attacking Everett, maybe. Yeah, he's alongside him. And does he go by? Yes, looks like it. Good move there by Johannes. In the Renault. Oh, he doesn't get a corner right. This is the thing, which is pretty difficult to do. Maybe we're gonna free wide into the first corner. No, it doesn't. But Matt and Johannes are going side by side. Some bumping there. Johannes hits the grass. Oh, this is a great battle there between these four cars now even. Look at Daniel Koch here in the Nissan. Oh, he nearly tried it there against Matt. I mean, what a nice battle there between these 4 cars. At least for now. But the fact is Jazz has dropped behind all the 4 cars. Or 3 cars, I should say. So he couldn't profit from it. But I think he does the careful strategy. Not crashing out, and maybe it will work. We should find out in the end of the race. There we see Simpson going by the independent driver Jameson Evans. He's doing a good job so far, I think. But sadly, of course, due to the game not having HD during replay, I don't know his position, sadly. I think I need to make some notes about it in the future. There we see Melis passing Koch. I mean, look at how much action there will be. So stay tuned until the end. There will be a lot more action like this in race 2 and race 3. We see Herlock chasing Benton. And there's even a 3-way fight now between Herlock, Benton and English. So this is fantastic to see here. Look at the Master Z-Dots. Is he overtaking the BMW? No! No, no, no! He's outbroke himself there. And he lost all the positions now. This is the catch there. You need to be careful doing braking there. But now it's English's chance to go by. And does he take the chance? Will he be able to do this? They're still side by side. The BMW is really trying to keep the position. Now even Herlock is coming back. Look at that. This is amazing. And now Herlock has taken the spot from Chris. From Chris English. I'm sorry for that. It's a bit confusing with all the names. Here we see Johannes passing, I think, Matt. Or not. Was a nice try, but yeah, Matt is really doing it quite well. So far, at least. And here we see, once again, a Renault Laguna. And, this was close. He could have retired there quite easily, because this is a section where you need to be really cautious with the curbs. And some cars can do this, but not all cars can handle these curbs perfectly. I think he found out that he shouldn't try to hit the curbs aggressively. There we see Melis. Koch has missed the corner then. Yeah, so this can easily happen. He needs to give the position back, but not here, Daniel. Not here. No. And now he gives the position also to Simpson. That's a rookie mistake then. I think this is easily fixable. You could have waited for here maybe to let him by. But yeah, I think this one wasn't really well. And now we move on board with the Vauxhall of Everett. And now he has a go against Koch, and there he is. He is ahead of Daniel. So, the next scene here, we see Matt Hall chasing the Toyota of Osborne. And I think, yeah, it's not only chasing. Oh, he cut the chicane. What Palmer is doing, he needs to give him back the position. Cut the chicane. Nah, I'm joking. I mean, Matt has passed Osborne, I think. But, yeah, this definitely wasn't the best corner. Oh, no! No! Now Osborne is spun! He spun his Toyota. And the car in the grass is the Toyota, in fact. And now Melis tries it again. Against Hull. And I think now this time he made it stick. Oh, no! He once again went way too wide. This is interesting to watch here, because Matt is really doing everything he can to stay behind the Laguna of Johannes Melis. He has a nice recovery drive, but the same goes for Chris Simpson there. He's already behind these two. And now Melis makes the bad mistake there. And yeah, now Simpson is passed. So Simpson, really good drive there by the young driver. And now Matt makes the mistake. Matt makes the mistake. That's unfortunate. He's driven so well so far. And now he makes a mistake and loses 2 positions then in the aftermath. And now we see Lorenzo Turri again in the picture. He had a boring race. And I would say the same for Mike Bell. But he had a good beginning here. And Lorenzo Turri takes the first win of the season. the first win for Alfa Romeo, and here is the race results. So Lorenzo Turri is taking the win out of Mike Bell and Nathan Hammond in 3rd place. We see Carl Benton in 4th, Chris English in 5th, Herlock in 6th, and Michael Sneeve finishes in 7th in the best Renault Laguna. The second page we have Chris Simpson finishing 8th, great recovery drive from him. Same goes to Johannes Milis in 9th, Matt Hall finished the race in 10th, Alf Koch, solid rookie performance, but he still has got something to learn. Everett finishes in 12th, then with Osborne after a spin, finishing only P13 out of Amir Hamoud in the Peugeot. Then we see the first independents, Todaro in 15th, ahead of Evans in 16th, just missing out of the point for the overall championship. Popplewell finishes in 17th, he has a lonely race, and Taylor finishing 18th place. And Marie Müller was the only retirement in race 1. Now we're moving to race 2, and we see Taylor on pole position now. It's go time, and it's Evans and also Popplewell with the great starts. Great starts of these two drivers. Taylor really needs to learn these starts then. But of course it's the first race weekend. There's still a lot of things to learn for every driver. We go into the first corner. Hopefully no big accidents there. And it looks quite clean so far. And we see Taylor going around the outside of Evans there. Great move though by the master. Great job there to take the lead back after he lost it after the start. And then, yeah, now we need to have a look at Marie Muller's on board. Oh, Mike Bell. Oh, Mike. That was a horrible getaway. So, good start by Marie. She's taken the place of Mike, at least. Oh, there we see Alpha going on the grass. I think this was Turri. This was Lorenzo Turri, the championship winner from last year. And, yeah, oh, no. And she spins. I think she hit the grass again. So, yeah. Not all things are actually so far alright so far, but for everyone. But it's still the first race weekend. There's still a lot of weekends to go. But now we see Matt Holz on board. Oh, 3-1 in the first corner. Oh, look at Everett. Oh, the teammates even collide within each other. This is incredible. Matt just... Oh, there's a Peugeot being very slow there. Not very confident though. So, yeah, I think there was a spin. So, no big trouble here. And we see Mike Bell now attacking. He's out of Everett now, who will be having some words with Matt, I'm fairly sure. Oh, there was some bit of argy-bargy there. There's a Nissan off the road. I think this is Popplewell. And now everything continues here. They're all driving like a nice row here. Look at that. This is amazing. This is really amazing. So great to see this. And now we see a Ford attacking a Master. Is this English again? Oh no, there's a Master nearly spinning. Hammond spinning. There's a lot of chaos here. Look at Todaro. And Hull. They're attacking Miles, I think. Or no, they have to yield. Look at Todaro. He needs to defend from the Master. And now even for some more works cars. So this is not that easy as it seems. So much chaos here currently in race 2. Only presented by the SCSR. So look at that. Nice grids here. And now the racing is even more fun. But of course we'll make the videos a bit longer. But this is to be expected with great racing quality like that. Oh, there we see Hamoud spin. Or nearly spin. He saved it quite good. So not too bad at all. There we see Simpson nearly losing it. We need to go to the Nissan driver Popplewell, of course. Who had that spin. Oh, not that spin. He went on the grass. Oh. Yeah, that's what happens when you hit the grass. You either go to the wall or you're just able to save it. But only just. So, now we need to see what happened to Hammond in the... Oh, once again, it's the teammates who are colliding there. That's cool. That's interesting. So teammates are hitting each other. And they're ruining their race. Look at the Master. He nearly saved it. He nearly lost it, I would say. He saved it, of course. So, interesting scenes there from Mike's on board. And, I mean, he's the one who needs to come back from the back. He had a poor getaway. So, it's his job to do everything right here. So, there's see Tadaro backing off. Not being involved in the accident, I think. And he's now behind Mike Bell. And there we see the Master of Herlock. And very nice battling here. And Herlock now moves up 2 places there. Great move by Daniel. And here we see Daniel Koch attacking Taylor in the more colorful Master Zedos. Oh, we're on the outside. Oh no, now Koch went off. Koch goes off. And he loses some ground there. Oh, he blocks Osborne there unintentionally. This will hurt his performance there surely. At least for this straight here. We see Midas moving up some places. He's up to 2nd. I think good first laps by him. Some more chaos is coming here. I mean, look at how close the field is so far. Amazing stuff. We see Koch going down the inside of the Renault 19. And he is ahead of Renault. And oh, look at how good this field is. I mean, this is so amazing. You have to imagine that so many races with a tiny grid, now so many people are in. I'm fairly happy with that. And if you keep this up, this is amazing. So, we see English. Oh, there's some bumping there. I think this is Evans who made up some good places here. So, good move by Evans in the independent car. He defends his life currently. So, Jameson Evans really doing his best to be the best independent driver for this race here. I mean, you have to remember there are 2 separate championships. The Drivers' Championship, the Overall Driver Championship, and the Total Cup. This is what the Independence Trophy is called. So, the independent drivers need to be alert of this as well. And here we see Osborne in the mix. There we see the 2 Alphas. And there we see Osborne rolling. There's a Peugeot. Oh no. He collects Amir Hamoud because he rolled there. A lot of chaos there happening. And poor Amir. He had no chance to do anything about it. So, yeah. There's nothing to do. There's some more bumping. I think this was Evans hitting Matt. Oh, yeah, I think the Vauxhall team won't be too pleased with that performance. There we see Simpton fighting against the other Vauxhall of Jazz Everett. He has the mask also from Emil Taylor behind. There we see also BMW. So a lot of chaos here, a lot of fighting. There we see BMW nearly losing control. A Ford also nearly losing control there. You've just seen it on the eye that I think it was Hammond who hit the curb a bit too aggressively. Or as Nico Rosberg would say, just too aggressive. And, I think Taylor losing it nearly. And that means Benton and his teammate are passing him maybe. Or will they? Still a bit close. And Herlock and Taylor alongside. I hope they won't touch each other. No, they won't. So Herlock gets the spot. And Taylor sorts himself behind his teammate. My voice is nearly dying. So I am very sorry for that. And here we see now Simpton fighting against the independent driver of Jameson Evans. He's really doing a good performance here so far. But I think again, there's a Nissan losing it. This was Daniel Koch and Evans. He tries everything he can to defend the place, but not like that. No, not like that. Now he's losing 3 positions there at 1 go. So this is a bit unfortunate for him, but I mean, as an independent, you have lower goals. There we see Taylor nearly rolling his master, and there we see Osborne going by, even Marie Muller, and there's also a winner in the back. This must be Michael Sneeve, and so he had a good race. Oh no! There's even some more chaos. Taylor spinning around like a Beyblade, and he's off the road, and now he's back on it, but he lost some more ground. And we see Simpton. I think, is this Simpton? I think it is. Yes, it is. It's still a bit new stuff for me to learn all the different liveries and markings of colors and so on. But so Simpton is once again on the charge. He's making up some good places. But yeah, I think we also want to see the leader pack, if there's some more battlers there going on the lead. At the moment, I would say Johannes is still leading. And we see Herlock. Oh no, Herlock! Keep the car on the road, mate! And he's doing that. So, yeah, some difficulties here for him at the moment. There we see Nissan Josh Popperwell recovering after his exit lap 1. And he's now alongside Nathan Hammond, who had that spin. So, Nathan Hammond, he had a good race 1, so maybe race 2 is one right off, at least for now. And Popperwell alongside Hammond. Nope, Popperwell. Oh no! Did he get a bump from Evans? I'm not sure about that. Whoa. So very unfortunate race here for Josh. But I think that even Marie had so much sympathy for him that she also has to do a spin just for the fans. I mean, these fans are the best fans in the world. There's no better place here for fans than in Thruxton. There we see Mike Bell finally going for the lead, but Johannes coming back. So, with Lorenzo behind, we might have a three-way fight for the lead. I mean, I remember last year where Johannes had to defend like crazy for the win at some point. There we see Everett. No! Just Everett going off after being a bit bumped off the road by, I think, a Nissan. So Jazz Everett also a weekend to forget, at least for now. And he's now dropping behind Amir Hamoud in the Peugeot. There we see Daniel Koch attacking a master, I think, and he went off. Bang! So a little contact with the wall. He's losing some more places. He lost the place to Nathan Hammond then as well. So, still a lot of things to do for the Nissan outfit for next race weekend. And there we see Bell finally attacking Mears again. I think now he must have overtaken him. Because, as I said at the beginning, you can't drive here too wide there, as it is a bit risky for the man on the outside line. We see Turri now also attacking Melis. So is he doing the part where he just backs off and just drives home with third place maybe? We shall find out, as the race is still long and there's still some places to gain for the others. So there we see Matt Hall behind the Ford of English. Side by side they go into the final chicanes, and Matt gets the position against English. Or no he doesn't maybe. Around the outside English goes, and English keeps the position, I think. Yes, he does. He keeps the position and he remains in his spot. We see Matt also trying to come back, but there's no way to do. And now we shift back to English some corners later. And you see English. Oh no! English nearly losing control. And a lot of more bumping. That's a bit interesting, I should say. And here we see Herlock in his master, having some fun with the curbs. Yeah, as I said, having some fun with the curbs, and now he lost the position to Hammond. That's what I said, you need to be alert with the curbs. And We see English once again in the spotlight. Oh, he outbreaks himself there. This is the chance for Matt. Maybe also for Chris. He's doing some good comeback drives, I have to be honest. So, I think Symptom gets the points for the team. And English is now off the road. English on the grass and back on the road here again. So, some really arch-bargy racing for now, but this is what we also want to see at some point here during the SCSR. Some fair racing, of course, but I mean, some points you need to bump into each other during the race, but not like that. Not like that. And Hammond now lost the position to Nissa of Koch, and now Koch is coming back. Oh, is he attacking Herlock here? They're going oh no, it looked like he would attack here, but he backed off. Maybe he will try later on, maybe in the upcoming corner. This isn't good opportunity to pass. Just like the first braking zone. Will he attack? No, he won't. But Herlock once again having some fun with the curbs. Hammond going off. Now Koch is attacking. And this is great stuff here. And Koch is ahead of Herlock. At least the moment. Yes, he is ahead of Herlock. So good move there by Daniel Koch there by waiting until a mistake is happening here. And the mistake has happened. But now Herlock is coming back. He's alongside him again. Round the outside he goes. This is race critical now. We are nearing the end of the race. And I think Herlock might get the job done. With some help, with some luck. And even Sneef. No, I hate the cameras, man. Just sometimes look like drivers are attacking, but they don't. There we see Koch. No, he goes off. He goes off. And Hammond hits him. So Nathan Hammond has a lot of bad luck here currently. Now we see Osborne profiting from it. He's attacking Sneef after passing Hammond. And does he get the spot? No, he doesn't. He even loses it again against Nathan Hammond. So very unfortunate here for David Osborne. He could have profited from it, but he didn't. So he sticks behind the fourth. Back to the leaders again. We see Lorenzo Turri, Mike Bell now fight for the lead. Look, Johannes is still in the charge. But if these two are bumping into each other, which we don't want to lead to happen, but it is always a possibility. If this is the last lap, Lorenzo Turri side by side with Mike Bell, but no, it wasn't enough. Mike Bell takes the victory here in Thruxton for race 2, and now they are equal on wins. But Turri is still a point ahead because of the pole position for race 1. And there we see a final battle here between Benton and English. I mean, this is for 4th, I think, or for 5th. We see Benton still ahead. English trying everything he can to attack. Now is a good opportunity. Is he making it stick? He's doing the Valtteri Bottas of 2017. And he is finishing ahead of Kyle Benton. And there we see the race results. Bell wins the race out of Turri. Johannes Milis finishing 3rd. Out of Simpson, English, Benton, and Herlock. So another good performance of the Master Zidos. And of course a good performance by Chris Simpson again. By finishing P4. Taking some good points to the Alpha team. Then the second page starts with Daniel Koch finishing 8th out of Sneef, Hammond, Osborne, Everett, Todaro, and Popperwell. So Todaro, the best independent driver, having a good race here in P13. So this is definitely a good performance here by David so far. Emil Taylor finishing 15th out of Jameson Evans and Marie Muller in the independent cars. So Taylor gets his first point in the series. Same goes to Popperwell. We have 2 retirements with Matt Hall and Amir Hamoud retiring earlier in the race. And now it's time for the final race of the week. It's time for race 3, and it's go time here. And Evans has a good start, and he takes the lead even further. Now we see Johannes in 2nd. To explanation, we had a little issue with the game, so the starting grid was a bit random. So apologize apologize for that. But we see Evans in the lead ahead of Johannes Medes and Works Renault, so theoretically a Renault 1-2. But yeah, but let's say it was not really 1-2. Yeah, we see Marie Müller again pushed off. Oh, there's a tree. Oh, I think her car is damaged, I think. Yeah, I think that leads to retirement. I'm not sure about that, but we see Johannes chasing down the independent driver. He clearly is slower, of course, because of the lack of power of an independent car. We see him going round the outside. Will it work? Oh, we see some bumping. Oh, Johannes is on the grass, and I think this is costing him some positions. Yeah, a lot of positions, in fact. Look at that. A whole train is coming up. We have some lagging here. Yeah, some funky lagging, which is a bit weird to see. And now let's have a look if someone has a little accent here in the back. Oh, we see Evans dropping back. And we see Mike Bell attacking English. Osborne on the outside line. This is looking really close here. Johannes also searching for an opportunity here, but Osborne still around the outside of English. Will he make it stick? No. Or, I'm not sure about that. He keeps it on, but now he has to yield. So Osborne sticks behind English. But still a nice try. Here we see Turri, the champion of 93, of course. Also in a little comeback here from the back row of the grid. So here's the replay of Lorenzo's start. We see Matt Hole alongside. It was really a random starting grid. I mean, we had some people in the back and we had some fast guys in the front, which is really weird. So yeah, thank you GTL2 for that. And you go into the first braking zone and everything looks clean so far. Except maybe here where Hole is hitting Koch. Oh, there you see Turri also off the road. There you see Marie hitting the tree. So I think she had to retire because it was a nasty hit, I have to say. You see the master of Herlock, I think, attacking Carl Benton. Oh, this is looking close. Oh, I think it was way too close. Whereas now Hammond has the chance to come back. Nathan Hammond has taken the position of from Herlock. Good move there by Nathan by waiting for the right choice, or for the right gap, I should say. Here you see Sneef going by Herlock, and also Mike Bell's following the Renault Laguna. So Volvo really having a good debut so far in the series, and yeah, this is really good for the future. There is Mike going down the inside. Does he get stopped in time? Yes, he does. Still alongside. No, not enough. At least for now. There we see the Ford coming back. I think this is English, and it is, and he's alongside Herlock. Side by side, they go into the fast corners. Who's going to be on top? Is it Herlock or is it English? And it looks like it's Herlock. There we see also the Renault Laguna behind from Johannes Medes, the German who's trying to come back. And here we see Turri alongside Everett. Oh no! Everett went a bit too wide. Look at the Nissan. Look at that crash. There's a Nissan and the Peugeot going off. That's Tudaro. Oh, there's a massive crash in the back. Oh dear. Not a good race weekend for Jazz there, I'm afraid. But wow, this is a crash. And both Nissans were involved. Jazz has retired in the pits. So Jazz is out of the race. So only one Vauxhall is left. And here we see Herlock attacking Sneef. And he finds the gap. Oh, there we see Sneef rolling. Michael Sneef rolling the banana. So the rolling banana has returned to Michael Sneef. Simpson tries against English and maybe also Johannes Medes. And yes, he gets it done, I think. And also look at Matt Hall from behind. This is fantastic stuff. I think now English having to defend against Hall, but Matt gets the spot. Does he get another one from Johannes? Yes, he does. Oh, Johannes went off. Now, he also lost the position to Osborne for a short time, maybe. Is he coming back? Look at Lorenzo! Some more bumping there. But I think there was no gap for Lorenzo there. But, yeah. So that means Lorenzo is stuck behind these two for a little while. There we see a hole coming out a bit wide. English having the better corner. And he tries now down the inside. There's some more bumping here. But I think English is up a place. I'm not sure. They're still side by side going to the first braking zone. Who gets the car stopped at the right time? Looks like it's English. Matt is coming back. Oh, watch it. Matt stays ahead. Good job there by Matt Hall. But look at Lorenzo Turri from behind. The Italian in the Italian car. And look at English trying it still there. He hangs it around down the inside. He is now. And does he get the position now? He must have the better track position for that. No, Matt is still alongside. What a nice battle there between these two. And look at Turri. He really wants to get by. There must be a gap somewhere. And there is. I think Turri makes it up 3 wide. Or is the camera once again lying? Yeah, it is lying. But Matt has lost the position to Turri. And I think English will lose it as well. There, yes he will. And he has no chance defending against Turri. There's no way of doing it. But oh, wait, hang on. Oh no, this is English. He went on 2 wheels. But then he just couldn't control it and he hit a wall. So he lost out to even Jameson Evans in the independent car. So really unfortunate here for Chris English. There's David Osborne in Toyota Carina. Having an okayish time, I suppose. There we see Evans going off the road. Yeah, he went way off the road. And he lost 2 positions to English and Sneeve. So, Evans, yeah, that was a weird exit. But, of course, always, it can happen in that corner if you brake it a tad too late. Here we see Bell trying it round the outside of Nathan Hammond. Some little argy-bargy there, but Bell is taking the spot. Good job there by Mike Bell in the Volvo 850 Estate. A really weird looking car, but this is the series where everything is possible. And there we see Hull being behind David Osborne now. Osborne also behind Melis, but look at that, Matt Hull round the outside. Good job there by Matt Hull to gain the spot. Good job there by the Vauxhall. The sole Vauxhall left here in this race. There we see Emil Taylor having a little fight with Daniel Koch in the Nissan Primera. And yeah, he also goes by. Ahead of them is David Todaro in the independent Peugeot 405. And there we see the 2 Alphas having a little fight. Or is that fight? Or will there be team orders from the team boss of the team? Yeah, it might look like it, but I mean, Lorenzo is not a power symptom anyway, so Lorenzo can now finally charge and might get some more positions. There we see Matt Hall going off the road. The Irish driver, I think. I hope I got it correctly. You can correct me if you want to. Anyway, we see Turri now behind Herlock, I think. And Turri, does he get the position? Yes, he does. Good job there by Lorenzo to take, I think, 4th spot. I'm not sure where Carl Benton is, actually. I think he is still leading until now, where Mike Bell closed the gap, and he's now alongside. And in fact, Mike Bell is leading the Thruxton Grand Prix again. He's leading race 3, and yeah, this is great stuff here by the drivers. We see Lorenzo Turri up behind the Ford of Nathan Hammond. He's alongside him now. And does he get a position? Yeah, looks like yeah he does. Good job there by Lorenzo in the Alfa Romeo 155 with the spoiler. Caused some controversy, of course, in the real life BTCC. We see Turri also passing Benton, so he's up to 2nd. And now there might be a fight for third between Benton and Hammond. So this will be interesting to see. We see Benton struggling there. This is the chance for Nathan Hammond to go by, maybe. Yes, he does. He's ahead. Nathan Hammond has taken the spot and he's up to third. Or is Benton actually coming back there? Does look like it. Benton profiting for a little mistake there by Hammond. And Benton is back to third. Keep an eye on that battle. This might be interesting stuff. So don't leave right now. This is looking intense here. We see Benton alongside Hammond there. And I think Hammond gets... Hammond gets the position back. Yeah, he does. He's up to third again. And now we see the BMW driver really try to charge there. Oh no! This is really... Oh, this was not necessary. What happened there? Did Nathan hit the curb there? Or was he pushed by the BMW? This is the question everyone asks, and we will have a close look at it. Yeah, it looks like he pushed Hammond a bit, but of course Hammond also hit the curb. So I'm not sure about that. I'll leave it up to you guys. How would you decide this incident? But a shame for Nathan because he was really quick here. And I think this really proves that he might be a force for at least third in the championship. There we see Benton letting him by, really sportsmanlike, but I think this won't help Nathan's mood. But effort twice round the outside, David Osborne. David doesn't defend, and that's another spot for the Ford. And there we see Herlock making a little mistake. That's the chance of Simpson. And does Simpson get the third place? Does he get the first podium in the Alfa Romeo? Yes, it looks like it. He's up to third. And Chris Simpson, yeah, once again, really quietly came up the grid. And he's back up to third. Great race there by Chris Simpson. And it really shows that he has improved somewhat this year. And he might be a force for the podium. This is Nathan Hammond again off. But I think this time was the curb. And it has cost him once again a lot of positions. There we see David Osborne again in the Toyota Carina with the famous Castrol livery. And there we see, oh no! David, no! Why? And this has cost him once again some time, and he lost the position to Benton. And that means the BMW driver moves up the place. And yeah, David once again with a little mistake there. But yeah. Anyway, let's have a look into the fight for third again. We have Herlock once again chasing Chris. And this is the chance of Herlock maybe. Does he get it? Does he get it? Yes, he does. He's back up to third. And that means the Master Team looks like they scored their first ever podium with the Zedos. But not their first podium overall. If you remember, Matthew Wheeler has a podium as well. But Mike Bell is taking the second win of the weekend in Thruxton, and therefore taking the championship lead in after first round, I should say. Here with the race results, Mike Bell is taking the victory ahead of Lorenzo Turri, and then we have Daniel Herlock, first podium for the Zedos, ahead of Simpson, Melis, Benton, and Osborne. So that little incident has costed Nathan some important points, and he's only down to 8th, maybe. You see the second half of the page now. And yes, indeed, he is down to 8th ahead of Hull. Evans in the best independent car in 10th. Good race by him. Sneefenhuis in 11th. Then we have English, Todaro in 13th. Recovering after that little crash there. Pretty well, I would say. Ahead of Daniel Koch. And the final half of the table shows us all the retirements. So Taylor, Popperwell, Everett, Marie Muller in the independent car, and Amir Hamoud, who has retired. I have to apologize for not capturing all the retirements, but yeah, I lost some. Let's say it is typical for the time thing. Here with the Drivers' Championship. So Mike Bell is leading the championship, but with 52 points, 1 point ahead of Lorenzo Turri, and the fight for third is also going on. Herlock is in third currently, ahead of Melis with 33 to 34, 33 to 32 points. And then we have Simpton Benton also with 32 points. Incredible. And maybe also Nathan Hammond, with some luck, he could be in the mix as well. So this is a really interesting season, I think, for these drivers. Second half of the table also shows English with 26 points, Michael Sneath with 21, ahead of Osborne with 17. Then we have Koch with 15, Hull 13 points. Then we have Everett with only 8, and Todaro, the best independent driver in the overall championship, with 7 points. I think he could be happy with that. And that also means that he will lead the independent championship, but we'll have a closer look into it in any time soon. And then we have the final page. We see Evans in 15th with 6 points, out of Hamoud and Popplewell with 2 points, Taylor with 1 point, and Marie Muller in the independent BMW with 0 points for now. But I'm really sure this is gonna be changing over the course of the season. So fantastic race here, but let's have a look into the Independence Championship. But I mean, the positions are, I think, clear. I think there is everything done. That's it. Here we see Todaro with 52 points in the lead, out of Jameson Evans with 50, and Marie Muller with 14 points for finishing that one race. So it is looking really interesting here in the Drivers' Championship, also in the Independence Championship. So yeah, this will be, I think, one of the most interesting seasons here in the BTCC, or SCSR I should say, after a long time. And now here we see the Manufacturers' Championship. Alfa Romeo is leading with 83 points, out of Ford with 54. Then we have two manufacturers which are close behind Ford. We have Renault with 53 and Volvo with 52 points. Then we have a little gap between Volvo and Mazda, who are in 5th place with 34 points. Then we have BMW with 32 in 6th, and Vauxhall with 21 points in 7th place. And then in the final page we have Toyota and Nissan with equal points with 17 points, Peugeot with 2, and that's it. So guys, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do, then please drop a like, please subscribe to the channel, and I hope we see us soon for the next race of the SCSR BTCC Championship here in 1994 season. So I hope we see us soon for the next race in Brands Hatch. So, see you soon!